marching to Zion. Beautiful, beautiful Zion. We marching upward to Zion, the beautiful city of God. The beautiful city of God. Let's pray. Thank you, Lord, for being with us today and to forever. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. Hi, Wagwan. Greetings to you all. Habari zenu? Are you okay? I'm okay here where I am. So I'm happy. I'm humbled. I'm thankful to you, my subscribers, my viewers. Thank you so much for always finding time to come and watch my videos because we are family. My family, I love you. That is the only word I can tell you. Otherwise, have you subscribed to the channel? If you haven't, what are you still waiting for? We are road to 5K, don't forget. So subscribe to the channel, give the video a like, share the video, and let me know what you are thinking of today's video. So on our video of today, because we talked about Kohera Senior, he came more up, a bitter man, feeling bad about his son being mistreated or being tarnished, his name being tarnished. Again, now he's coming again. He has come. Remember, we used to say now that Kohera has become a YouTuber. Huh? I didn't know he was going to turn to be a reactor, but now reaction, you cannot say me, I will not react, because it depends with what you are seeing or what you are going through or what you are seeing other people going through. So maybe your response might look like reaction because you react according to the things which are happening. So I see Kohera coming out as a reactor now. And before, immediately when he came on in YouTube, we knew exactly, especially me, I knew this man will reveal a lot things which were hidden. Because as I always say, there's nothing hidden under the sun. Everything will come to open. So Mr. Kohera Senior is out now trying to show people the things which we maybe were just imagining, but now are out. I said in my last video, if this man made Mura Senso lose his eye, so whatever Kohera is saying is true, because he can tarnish the name. If he could make him live with one eye, never took him to the hospital, never did that, was frustrating him. And now, what next? What can he not do to him? But sometimes I go back and I wonder, what was Congrats mom doing? Why would she just be there, maybe witnessing her son being mistreated like that in the name of love? There's no way you can love a man who does not love your children. That one is impossible. That is now being selfish as a mother. A mother should protect their children with their lives. And now she's pretending to be loving Mura Senso dearly, checking the compound, checking what happens in Mura Senso. But when Mura needed you the most, you were very busy loving your husband and busy with your work until your son lost his eye. You never took him to the hospital. That was bad. I thought that was the worst thing. Then again, Kohera is coming again saying this man, Machete man, tied Mura Senso, legs up, head down, the whole night. Who does that? Who does that? And if a man, maybe you've been married with a baby, how can you stay with such a man? What love is that? How can you stay with a man who maybe mistreat your son like this? Mistreat your son like this, tie your son like this, and then you call yourself a mother. People always say, oh, you're a good mother, good mother. Good mother to who now? I'm just talking. I'm addressing this because it is very sad. Kohera is talking about Mura was tied. The man used to maybe mistreat the son to the extent of tying him up, legs up, head down. You can imagine that scenario. You can imagine a mother, your son, the man who has just married you, tying your son up. I don't think I can even spend even one day there. I can't. Because we are supposed to protect our children with all our being. If she could not do that to Mura Senso. And also I challenge Mr. Kohera Sina, after hearing all these things, what did he do? Because there were authorities then. Because this one has brought hunger in me because all these parents were there. The biological parents were there. Congrats mom maybe slept on her duties as a mother. Now Mr. Kohera as a father, after hearing all this, what did he do? He had Mura Senso lost his eye, he was not there. He heard that Mura Senso was being tied, he was not there. Now he's coming out now, talking about the things which happened, because now he's gotten the platform now to hear whatever frustration he had. because he's talking now. He had the platform now to talk about the frustrations he had with this man running away with his wife. So this is now when he can talk. Before he could not. Before he could not even follow where the son is. It doesn't matter. There were authorities. You had a right as a father. And you said you took some cows there. You married her officially. So what was holding you? Who was holding you? Mr. Machete? Were there no laws then? Because if you are saying there are laws, he should not take laws into his hand. So this man, it started long time. He never started now because he has taken advantage of the situation. If he could maybe mistreat Mura Senso during that time, and the people were there, the mother was there, the father was there, still doing the same to other people, the villagers. This is someone who is used to doing such kind of thing. So Mr. Kohera is coming out now, pouring the things which makes him boil. He makes his blood boil because the blood has boiled for long. So in this case, we are going to hear a lot. I heard him saying, we know you. I know you just come from Nyamira here. If someone says, I know you, there's more than that. Maybe he knows things which we will know. Huh? Just wait. Things are going to unveil themselves here now. And then they should not come here and tell us, oh, reactors, you are spoiling our names, or you are haters. Even Mr. Kohera should not come again and say, oh, you are hating, oh, you are reactors. You brought these things here, and we are helping you. We are helping you. We are supporting you. So ours is just to help and highlight the things which happened, the things which never went well, because both parents were there, but you never protected Mura Senso. No wonder sometimes he want to run away, as now he's running away, doing things which he's not supposed to do, because he doesn't have anybody to turn to. All these people back home, they just love his money. They just love his money, and now he can run maybe where he can get advice. Remember him saying, it's good to marry where the family is big. Even if you fight, you can still amend. But when you are in a family, a small family, it's not good like when you are in a big family. Those were his statements, his last video statement when they went to Ian's birthday. So that one also speaks volume. Why would he say when you are in a small family, you fight, but when you are in a big family, you can fight but still amend because the family is big. So now to our receipts of today. So because I don't want the video to be long, there's one which I uploaded. If you haven't watched that, go and watch. In the meantime, have you subscribed to the channel? Have you given the video like? Slap me with likes, please. Slap me with likes so that we can, and the subscription. Share the video, please. Let's have a look at the receipts.
Somebody can actually be provoking you. You try to run away from his provocations, but still follows you. And sometimes it reaches a time where even if you are very weak, you at least defend yourself and explain yourself. I have never had or seen physically Marwa confronting his neighbors or doing anything. Marwa as a person. But there are his henchmen who are always acting like this time around. Marwa is in Argentina. But these people, I'm not convinced that it is Marwa who sent them to actually brutalize that young man, so-called Alex. I don't agree. Those are people who actually think that they are very mighty. There is something I want to talk about. Our culture is very right. Our community.
So Mr. Kohera thinks there's a scheme because according to him, he has never seen Mura attacking people or engaging in any fight with his villagers. So he thinks the people who are close to him, let's just say his father or maybe his stepfather or his stepbrother, these are the people who are maybe making his life to be difficult or creating enmity between him and the neighbors, according to Mr. Kohera. So he feels this is just a scheme, which is big scheme towards the Mura Sensor. This is how Mr. Kohera feels, because he's someone who feels like his son is being misused, his son's name is being tarnished, and these people are not good enough for his son, and he feels these people does not mean good for his son. So let's keep on hearing what he's trying to say, because this man has a lot. There are things which we don't know, but him, he knows these people better. These people were teachers. They were teachers together. Where they were meeting, they know, because for Mr. Ondari, the Machete man, to take his wife, these people were very close. Otherwise, he would not have known where Congrats mom is. So let's continue listening to this man who feels like his life has been tarnished. His whole life, from him now to the son, this family, this Machete man has ruined his life. Let's continue.
Very rich in culture. Koreans always share. Koreans always love one another. Koreans, Pamela, let me ask you a question. Maybe you have come late at home, you as a lady, and then in the evening around 8 p.m., you are in the process of cooking food for your children, but all of a sudden you find that you have no salt. Where do you go and get that salt? In our culture, you simply send you are an average child who can go to the neighbor's home. If at all there are no striking dogs around which can bite him, to fetch some salt so that you can use to cook. Sometimes you find there was no.
So Mr. Koira is trying to explain that togetherness, because not only in Korea, this happens in most of African countries. That is our nature and that is our culture. We always go to our neighbors and get salt, get whatever, even firewood back home, uh, matchbox. It doesn't matter what maybe if you miss this, depends with the time. If the time is still allows you, you can run to your neighbor, get this, even drinking water. It happens everywhere. But now, if you have enemies around, you'll suffer. And this is what Mr. Kohera is trying to say. So he wants Mura Senso to live well with his neighbors, which his second home, his second father or stepfather in their home, according to Alex. Alex has been living there, but he has never seen people going to that home. That home, it is like a forbidden place for people to go, because you don't know whom you're going to meet, unless maybe you meet David Juna on the at the gate. What do you want? If someone shows his head like this, what do you want? Even if you wanted something, you'll run back and decide what to do with your maybe whatever you wanted to ask. So that is what Mr. Kohera is trying to say. How African, the way we live in harmony, we live with our neighbors. Our neighbors are our immediate relatives. We don't even call them neighbors, we call them our people, because they are always there for you. So let's continue, because this man is trying to bring a lot to us on the streets.
A very old person and also somebody perceived to be educated, recruiting young men and placing them on the streets, on the roads to wait for people who are passing there and ambush them. They ambush them, they beat them, they drag them to plant fake evidences so that they can be jailed. It is actually bad. Let me advise this gentleman. You cannot export such a poor culture from here at Nyamaya. We know where your home is. We know everything about you. We know about you. Don't bring that bad character, poor culture to Korea. In fact, we are not going to allow that one to happen.
So this Alex thing has triggered Mr. Kohera Senior. Now he's bringing out how he knows Hundari. As we didn't know he's coming from Nyamira. We just knew he's from Kisi, but Kisi, they have different whatever. So this one comes from Nyamira. Mr. Hundari showing his might, telling you, we know you. So there's much into this. Maybe he knows him more than this just coming from Nyamira, because this man might have a family there, which we're soon going to see, and we are soon going to know. We don't know. I'm just speculating. I don't know. But if someone says, I know you, this is someone who knows you, and you joke, he will come out here and say everything. Because number one, he's a bitter man. He ran away with his wife. He's still not healed. He's still there. He is not moved on. You see, when he talked about the wife, his body changes, even his body language changes. So this man is still in love with his wife, and you ran away with the wife. You took his son, and you really, really, really mistreated the son to the extent of losing his one eye. And now you are pretending to be a good father, having everything, because he is also feeling bad. The son has not recognized him. The son has not even shouted out for him in YouTube channel. But also, I blame him, because all this time, where has he been? Where has he been? Because he had access. He would have had access to his son. Because even where the son was schooling, he would be going there and maybe take school fees, buy him clothes, take him to the hospital. No one refused. No one barred him from doing all this, because I wish now he would be coming here and say, I tried to do this, I tried to do this. They refuse. But no one can deny you access of your own blood. No one on this earth. Even judges, even who, they know a father must have an access to their children. But you also, you lied, or you slept on your duty as a father. Now coming, or maybe you were a bitter person, you were bitter the fact that the wife left you. But still, this was your child. You could not just abandon your child like that. So now you are coming a bitter man. Your child has been maybe mistreated. Now he cannot even recognize you. He doesn't want to hear from you, because he is also bitter. All these things you are talking about now happened to his life. He had no one to support him. He had no one to protect him. So you might see him as a rebel. He's a rebel. He's rebelled because he lost his eye. His legs were tied, and someone was telling him, you have a father just next door, and the father was not coming for his rescue. What do you expect? What do you expect as a father? What do you expect? What would you do if you were in Marwa'S shoes? What would you do? You'll feel the same. So it will take him time, even if maybe you bring ABCD, for him to accept. If he want to accept you, he will accept. But I know how you are feeling, and I know these things have triggered how you felt, because you love the wife, but I don't think you love the son. If you love your son as you are loving him now, you would have followed him, and you would have taken that son from that man who was mistreating him, because I don't think that man was owning the whole Kenya. I don't think that man maybe would have refused. If you went there, you really wanted your son, you really wanted to stay with your son, you would have gotten your son then. But now it's too late. But nothing is late. You can still amend things now, but you also have played a role. The monster, you also created this monster in Mura Sensor. So don't just leave it to these other people. You also participated and in his rebel. So let's continue.
To beat you. And in our culture, youths don't beat elders. Please, can you abstain yourself from provoking these young men? Don't. What you need from them is actually something beyond beating. Because if you provoke a wrong person, then I do not think that you are so much energetic than these strong men, young men. No, my brother, can you? I'm humbly advising you.
No, he's not energetic enough. That is why he's working with Machete. Even Alex, Alex threw them, the two of them, just put their head together like this with his son and threw them in the bush. So him working with the machete shows that he's weak, because he's not young anymore. But now his behavior, he's just been out there like untamed animal. And so he behaves like a beast. And I think this also, Koreans also contributed into this. This is not something he's starting now. He started this thing long time, and people had just let him go with the things he's been doing. No one has come out maybe to take him to court or to do ABCD for him. So he knew he was the only man, the strongest man in the village. And I don't think that is how people should behave. He's a Christian. If you're a Christian, you should live by example. So a Christian and an elder, people talk about your name like this. It doesn't look good. It doesn't look good. You should represent God, because people should see God in you. But now if people see you, they see just as someone who fights people, someone who is not a peaceful person. And then when it reaches the church day, you go and stand there. Sometimes these are the things which make people not want to go to church, because the things which they see from you, because the word of God say you are the light of the world. You cannot put a light under the table, and unless you have to put the light on top of the table for the light to shine. So if you're not shining, you are showing. I'm not maybe judging you, but I'm just talking according to the things which are happening on the street. I'm also not a saint. I'm not a saint, but at least we should know our positions in the society. Maybe if you are a church leader, what are you leading? You should lead by example. This is what I'm trying to say here. So now let's continue, because here now where he's talking about he's talking about how Mura was tied. This one makes my blood to boil as a mother. Congrats, dad. Congrats, mom, posing with videos. Oh, I'm going to check Mura's compound. Why didn't you check when your husband was tying your son? Heads down. I will not. This one, no. I cannot take. How can you love such a man? A man who is mistreating your son, your baby. You are baby. Someone is mistreating, and then you come here, you say, I love my children. How do you love them? Do you love the things which they are giving you, or you love them? You should not wait until your children gives you things. Is when you start loving them. These are your baby. This is your own blood, your flesh. Huh? You let someone mistreat them to the extent of losing their eyes, tying them up. uh-uh.
In Korea, there is no trespassing. Every Korean has a right to pass. Even when we have animals, we always graze on one another's plots. But imagine here is a public road, and you ambush a young boy you ambush with, and I hear even the people you had, some of them are teachers. That is very bad. That is very embarrassing. Please.
Kohera is advising Condad not to bring the Kisi's tradition into Korea, eh? Not exporting whatever they have there and bring them in Korea. This is what he's trying to say. Maybe their cultures are different, which I think, which I know it is not. African cultures, most of our cultures are the same, and Korean Kisis are neighbors, so their things are almost the same. Even the languages, almost they are understanding one another when they talk. So whatever he's doing is not right. Whatever he's doing is not right. So he should stop as he's being asked, because next time he will joke with someone who is not to be joked with. And people might just trigger that, maybe to get into him. So he should be very careful as an elder person. He should be very careful, mind his own business, and live a peaceful life. Peace is good. Even God left us with peace. My peace I leave unto you. So why can't we have this peace which we were given for free? We should ask God to give us peace. Let's live peacefully with our neighbors, so that we can live long, not having these small wrangles or ABCD. Why would one love people to be talking about them all the time? It's not good to be someone when people talk, you are on people's lips. It's not good. And you say we are blessed, we have ABCD. You can have everything, but you don't enjoy them. Having a lot does not mean you are peaceful or you enjoy them. You cannot sleep. There are people who have big houses, big money, a lot of money, but they don't sleep. Rather be poor, and you sleep and without anything which is bothering you. So let's continue, because I want that space, that place where he's talking about Mura being tied up. That is what I want most. But still, let's continue analyzing.
Even my son is not peaceful. He might have ran to Argentina because it is uncultural that my son has married, then the wife is expecting, then during the time, when time reaches for delivery, he runs away with his wife to his mother-in-law. It is uncultural in Korea. It is a shame to go and hear your wife delivering naked where your mother's-in-laws are. But it could have been not Marwa'S mistake. He could be having a very internal Cold War, which made him to run away. Ladies and gentlemen, try to understand my son. In fact, I have to defend him because he is mine. Let us focus.
So Mr. Kohera is linking the Mura Senso and Rosio mom going to Argentina with the Cold War. There, I disagree with you. Your son went there for the strong passport. You don't know your son. Your son loves money. Okay, there might be so many things which have happened in his life, but still, now he's a grown-up, someone who knows what he's doing. So by him going there, number one, he's not married to that lady you are calling his wife. Because even as you are talking about the cultural, you can never call a lady a wife if you've not married him officially or taken some cows and what as dowry. So you know better. This was just a girlfriend, not a wife as you are calling. Because if it is cultural, maybe Mura Senso would have maybe sent some cows or cash for some cows to be bought, or cash to represent maybe in terms of cash, maybe, how do I call it? To exchange in cows. So don't call Rosio Mami Mura Senso's wife. She's not. Maybe in maybe you don't know. It is not a come we stay. Even come we stay, people dowry is supposed to be sent. So Mura Senso is still a girlfriend boyfriend with Rosio Mam. So going there to Argentina, which I'm differing, he went there because he's after passport. He's a passport bro. Maybe you just want to defend your son because you love him, but there are things which your son is also doing which are not correct. No one pushed him. It's not a cold war. It is something which he wants. He's been looking for this for long. If you've been watching your son, maybe you are not close to your son. This is what happens. He's been looking for this thing for quite some time. He is a passport bro. He wants his children to have access to maybe movement without being having problem with passport. So that one, remove Ondari there. That one remove. That is your son's making. Going to Argentina, okay, staying with his in-law, the wife giving birth naked there at his law as his in-law. That is what your son loves, because you see your son, he has no respect. Maybe that one he took from Ondari, I don't know, because he's just walking there bare chest. He doesn't know where he is. He has no boundaries, just pushing doors, going in and out. Because he was not trained well. I wish you were there to train him. Congrats, mom was there, never trained him, because she left the son with this Machete man who never put some values in his head. So he was just left out there roaming, just doing things which were not supposed to be done. So he has become who he is today. But still, there are so many people who were brought up like that, but still there's always room for change. He's someone who has gone to school. He has mingled. He can change if he want to change. If he doesn't want to change, even if we sit here, talk 100 years, he will still be like that, because he has chosen to be who he want to be, because life is what you choose to be. You want to be brutal like the Machete man, so you want to be a peaceful person, you will be a peaceful, because the choice is yours. So let's continue.
Why does he walk with the pangas at the daytime? Walking with the pangas all the time. When you walk with a panga in the midst of a population, what did you expect? You are looking for an enemy to cut. Why? What is that? So I'm advising him, whoever he is, to stop this. He has to stop. You cannot, one man from too far away, come and conquer the whole community in the name of beating and arresting. Threatening people, arresting, doing embarrassing. It is very bad. Please stop that. I beg you. Now, let me go back to this young man. Alex, and wherever you are, don't revenge to this old man. Just forgive him.
So Mr. Kohera is also worried. Why is he working with Machete? These things we've talked about all the time. Why is he working with Machete? Because as he said, you work with a Machete, you pass where there's a crowd, maybe someone might provoke you. What will you do? You will use that Machete. So it is not good to work with these weapons. It is not good. But you find some people still working with them. But if you are okay, you have your mind is okay, you are peaceful, why would you be working with such kind of things? So that is a question which has always been here on the street. Because maybe he knows what he's been doing, so he has to have Machete to defend himself in case of attack. Who knows? That one he knows by himself. So let's continue, because this one is how to tell us more and more and more, because he's wondering why this person exporting things from where he came from to Korea. Koreans are very peaceful, and unlike where he's coming from, he is like they are very violent somehow. Let's continue.
Don't fight this. I beg you, don't do anything against this holy man. Because, it is not that I was a coward, that I never, I said my family is big. I'm not a coward. Though I'm lame, but I have people who can support me. But I assumed, and he snatched my wife. He ran away with my son, went and oppressed my son. You can see what he did to him. He used to hang him, the legs up, hands down, the whole night without eating. But my father said no to me. My father was alive. He said, no, don't do that if you are my son. Time will come, and this is the time where my son now is a grown up. That is why I'm saying, sometimes you people forgive my son. He's a person who has passed through harsh and cruel rules of a person who snatched me, his mother.
That is very, very sad what Mr. Kohera is saying. If this Machete man did this, as Mr. Kohera is saying, that was so sad, and it is very bad. How can you tie your son? If you married the mother, that son becomes your son now. You adopted the son. Why would you mistreat him like that? So Mr. Kohera is now still bitter man, because you hear him still talking how this man snatched his wife and ran away with his son. Then again he went and mistreated his son, lost his eyes, and tied him up. So if he could do this, what makes now Mura Senso to be good now? Because he has money now. Now he feels good. He's being Mura Senso built them a mansion, the house which they're calling mansion, bringing them gifts every now and then. Because even the wife was there when this boy was being mistreated. I feel bad. I feel like as a mother, it's not something I would want even to hear. Someone tying my son up here, and then I cook for that person. I say with that person in the name of love. What is love? Where is that love? Where is the love? You, as a lady, as a woman, you have to check that love has to start from your children. If you are married with children, or maybe the children are your children together, you have to check how the husband or the man you are married to is treating your children. You have to be keen. You should not just be a mother who just come in and goes out without checking how the children are. Maybe con mom was not checking the well-being of her children. Hers was just to come over the weekend and goes without checking, not knowing the children have been there with the child have been there without eating. Maybe his children were eating, but this one was not being given food. So I feel bad for Mura Senso. But now that one, Mr. Koera is saying people should forgive him. Now he's a grown up. He should own up for his mistakes. He knows what to do. Okay, that time he was a child, but not anymore. Now he can decide on what to do on his home. There are so many facilities. If he feels he's not okay, he can go to rehab, get some treatment so that he can be okay. Counseling, he can go and be counseled. Say, he should just be open. Tell those to the counselors. Let him be counseled and then be okay. But if he does things the way he's doing them, who will know he suffered? Out here, there are so many people who have suffered, but still they choose the right path to follow. All right. So Mr. Kohera is talking about he's a bitter man. His wife was snatched, and his child was maybe brutalized with this Machete man, still walking like this out here with Machete, which is not okay. So on these streets, we are going to hear a lot. Mine is just to advise this Machete man to drop all this behavior, because now, before he was using his maybe authoritative. He was an authoritative man, working with Machete, doing ABC without people maybe talking, anybody coming out to highlight the things which he's been doing. But now people have reached here because there is always a time for everything. Now the time has come for him to drop everything. If it is repenting, let him repent and be a good man in the society. If not, things will not turn out the way he would want them to be. So that is how I feel. That is how I see this video. I wish everybody out there well. I want you to be peaceful, Team Pamela. Let's live well with our neighbors. Let's forgive one another. Let's believe in God, and let's be godly people. People, when maybe someone wrongs you, you just ask for forgiveness and you move on. So thank you so much. May God be with you. Subscribe to the channel, give the video a like, share the video, and see you again in my next video. Bye.